we know the notebook guy loves earnings and loves earning calls. And Amazon really gave you almost like your own little Netflix special. So you want to break it down for us and what you heard from your boys, Andy
Yeah,
Jassy,
and
the crew?
we do here on this show. Ironically enough, on the Amazon's earnings call this week, it's word of the week is tumultuous. And tumultuous is a good explanation for Amazon's last 3 years. On this day, ironically, Jeff Bezos announced he was stepping down from Amazon. There's been a lot of questions. Could anyone fill his shoes? Andy Jassy is one of the, I would say, most quote unquote Jeff bot like disciples of Amazon's Jeff Bezos, the original founder. He thinks most like him. I don't know if he dresses like him, but he's not as buff as Jeff, right? At least right now, anyway. Yeah. His yacht is smaller, pun intended. From a tumultuous point of view, is 2021, where are we in the pandemic? Like Jeff is like, I'm going out on top. The world is going literally to hell. There is a plague. Peace out, bitches. I'm gone. And then from there, he's like, here's the new guy. By the way, 2022, it's pretty terrible. Profitability very far down. The company lost money for the first time in like, what, 10 years. And we're like, Andy Jassy, maybe he's not the right guy. And now it's like, it's 2023, bitches. Here I am. By the way, yeah, you're my boy, Blue. And here we're going to go with, we're going to regionalize our fulfillment network. This is really a move that no one, and I think we have some slides related to Amazon's earnings call, which was literally yesterday. And so net sales increased 12%, which is solid for an online retailer. Walmart beat this by a little bit, mostly due to consumers flocking to low-priced, kind of subscription replenishable inventory, which is the specialty of Walmart. But for Amazon to be such a broad-based retailer and increase net sales by 12%, it's a super solid number. It's kind of the bellwether for the internet sector. That's not like beauty. Beauty has been like the leader, I would say, throughout the last year in terms of growth rate. The big stories from a turnaround point of view is like, oh yeah, you guys forgot about me. And speaking of forgot about Dre, we remembered how to make money. And so last year we had $2.8 million loss. Our net income was $30 billion, where we lost $3 billion last year. So I'll stop there for a second. Has Andy Jassy proven his chops?
Yes. I think he's proven that he can not only set the strategy and execute the strategy, but keep the company rallied around it. I think he's proved the doubters wrong and that he has got what it takes to carry the brand forward. Not only did he rattle off all those amazing financial stats from a P&L perspective, but look at what they've done with the fulfillment network. And you've talked a lot about this, the regionalization of the fulfillment network and how successful that has been. And it was 65% of items were delivered in a day or less. They've just continued to hit on the metrics that matter and set the goal, set the North Star, and delivered.
2024, AWS is predicted to be a $100 billion business. By 2026, the company is expected to have $100 billion in free cash flow. This is by analyst Scott Devitt at Wedbush. And they think that the ads business by 2028 could be a $100 billion business overall. This past year in 2023, the ads business is now $46 billion. What do you think about the growth of the ads business, Nick? Is it sustainable?
Andy Jassy proved in sort of quieting his doubters, and they were loud, was that to form a strategy, it's kind of like what you're going to do and why you're going to do it, and most importantly, how you're going to do it. And they did it. And so he continues to set the standard, which is something that I think Jeff was really great at. And to Jess's point about delivery, that's really getting people there. And so when you make a market in advertising, it's about traffic and quality of traffic. And I don't see that stopping. I think that Amazon in that sense is a runaway freight train. So I think that is very realistic that they can achieve that goal.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Jassy has kind of proven his chops. And I think as an operator, he's proved he's on the level of Jeff Bezos. One of our commenters asking if it's going to be a tumultuous year. In 2023, they saw a lot of AWS customers pull back on spending. Like
Yeah.
we're going to move compute out of the cloud. We're not going to invest as much. Amazon pretty much indicated that people were investing in new projects again. They're moving more compute into the cloud, a lot of it for AI, not huge numbers yet, but from a growth trajectory, it's huge. I think for e-commerce SaaS companies, that actually tells a good story for 2024 that Linda Bustos, who's I know is on the call, is listening. I think that would mean it's 2024 for SaaS vendors is a less tumultuous year than 2023.